wind blows cold as the leaves hit the ground. One by one, the season is here. For now, is a celebration of the wicked. The season will ghosts and goblins run free in the air as vampires, and through the neon doors roll for miles around. Corpses spin like a rotting jack-o'-lantern, looking like lights of the dead, and we walk through the streets, roaming, looking for a reason, while children, stirring their beds, unable to see the dots of monsters sheltered under the floorboards beneath their homes. The fear has returned. It's the season of the pumpkin, I tell you. Take care of the soul, children, want to keep it to yourself, because on Halloween, it's possible to use it with someone or something else. Always believe. What's up, everybody? This is Radio 420, and today I'm doing an album review. And we're doing the third album of House of Krazees, which is Season of the Pumpkins. And let me just tell you, this is actually a good improvement in the album because this is like technically the first two were EPs. And this album was released on, I believe, I believe in '94, basically after Homebound. So yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what the album's about. Well, let's see, basically, the album's complex, as in, it kind of has improvements, like, the production has improved, for one, but two, the lyrics is, like, pretty good, too, like, I'm gonna explain how it goes, like, simple. Track 1 is Channel 0, that track talks about, basically, like, how everything, was basically sort of like an intro, basically, how three guys bored, and then they're watching TV, and they talk about, now nowhere, television shows House of Krazees, the origins, like what's happening. And then the second track, Horror Story, that talks about basically why, or the origins, like why they're bad and how they're bad. And then the third track, Dark Images, how basically everything gets darker because they keep thinking of bad things for some reason. And Underground Culture, basically one of the dudes that plays The Rock, just wants to do with like, I'm crazy because I'm the underground culture, so we always keep doing this. And Halloween Eve is basically how every Halloween, basically they're just casually walking around and they see everybody's image and stuff like that. And then the mask is basically how they go to a store, each member buys a mask, but then they kind of get possessed, and then they can become more bad, more evil, how they want to change. And then we got Trick or Treat. Them just trick or treating, but then they want to, of course, go crazy on kids and everything, just getting treats or getting more rotten stuff. And then it's cool is how the track ends, because it ends with a second track, a sequel, which is Haunted House, where they enter a house, were invited by an old woman, I believe, and they enter the house, and then they school with monsters, creatures, a lot of things. Then you got the next track, which is Portrait, as they look at themselves as they're a portrait, and they consider the portrait as true. Like Jeffrey Dahmer, Charlie Manson, and Ted Bundy, I believe. And then the next one is Color as Well, which is like almost a 1 minute track and how it keeps going. And how it clearly improves on style on this. Then on consciousness, it's basically them, I believe, them just like one member falls down asleep, and he's like seeing like illusions and like how his life is, getting different. Then down is basically them just trying to trying to go faster and faster, try not to go to hell, but more like heaven, I believe. And then Final Note, it's one of my favorite tracks. That was actually pretty good storytelling. How one tells a story about how a girl is tired of her parents abusing her, and then she tries to commit crime and everything, and goes with it. I like that track as that was a story. Wow, that's probably the best storytelling one in the track. The next one is Fate's Theory. It's basically how one of the members wants to become like a normal fate from those experiments. How they want to become dead. And then you got Season of Pumpkin. That track talks about why Season of Pumpkin, how they will destroy mankind when it gets near Halloween. Then Sounds of Halloween, it's just like an interlude, or a happy interlude, basically. You just hear every scary thing ever, all combined, on Halloween. Then on track 17, Drug Addict, how they're on drugs and how everything is getting worse for them. As the more drugs they do, the more effective they become. The ancient track is terrifying why, which is like how everything's terrible and how they messed up. And finally, the final track, why. That track talks about like how everything has got terribly bad and that they should go good. But then there's also two other tracks, which shouts. I believe that's the 20 track, which is basically shout outs to like who they are to them and to the fans and everybody. And then last track is Until Next Time, which is basically telling you like get ready for maybe a new album or track. And yeah, all I want to explain about this album, how Krazees-Season Punk. In my opinion, I give this album like a solid 10 actually, pretty good actually. A great album to listen to on Halloween. You won't be disappointed. And I hope you like this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. And get ready for Halloween.